everyone, welcome back. This is update version 0.69. It's been 2 weeks since I made any updates because I had to go over to the Inland Empire Sectional Championships last week, which was fun. Came in 3rd place. Unfortunately didn't perform very well, but it was still a fun time. And I managed to get to scan their base while I was there. So one of the updates for this week is the Alt 9 bays. I missed scanning one bay, so if you go over to change bay, you'll see now you have the Rattlesnake shooting facility base here, 1 to 10, except for bay 6. I'm going to try and get that scan somehow. So as you can see, their bays are really large and nice. So it's a really cool shooting facility down in Benton City, Washington. It's in the middle of the Red Mountain AVA, or the winery district, for those of you who are interested in wine. So that's one of the updates. I also have a bunch of props that I scanned while I was there. So one of them is this, the cardboard boxes. I love these cardboard boxes that they use over there. It's a huge vision barrier that they use when they set up stages. I got a chance to scan this one. And then a Rosa's Cantina prop. It's basically a prop they use, like a cowboy western prop. I thought was pretty fun. Yeah. So those are some of the things as well. A few other enhancements. One is the build list. For those of you who use the written stage briefing, now you have an option to disable the build list at the end. So basically when you export this, it comes with page 1, page 2, and the 3rd page, which is essentially all the items that you dropped and used in your stage. Just for people who want to, like, track how many walls do they need, how many USPSA or IPSC targets do they need, and so forth. So you can turn this off now, so you won't print that. That's an option for you. The other quick quality of life option is the auto calculate target. So by default, the targets when you drop a paper target, the numbers will change. So so for instance, depends on your setting. Now I give you an option whether you want this to auto calculate or not. For some people, they want to basically control which is T1 and which is T2. They can do that by just changing the text here like that if they want, right? Or for those of you who just want it to make it quicker, you can just keep dropping targets, and you want to make all this automatically. So you can go over to settings, click on settings, and select auto target numbers. So when you do that, the moment you drop a paper target, it will calculate from left to right the target numbers for you. So if I, for instance, drop one in the middle here, this will be T4, and that will change to T5. So you can very quickly just drop targets here like that, and all of them will change automatically. So that's an option too. If you don't want the automatic, you can just shut it off in settings. Apart from doing some tweaks, for instance, if you go to camera control, now you can, let me just set a camera here. So let's say I set a camera, flap in air, I set a camera here like this, hit backspace, they call it first maybe. And then if you go over to camera control, now you can see the angle over here. I've improved the cell shading, so if you want to make it more clearer, when you hit on cell shading, now you can actually see it cleaner a little bit, especially for those of you who use scan base. This used to be very messy at the back here. Now I've cleaned that up so the targets pop a lot more when you watch here and when you print it. And while I'm here, I want to share with you 2 more new features. One is the play a loop. So for instance, if you set multiple cameras, so let's say I set one here, the first camera, and I set the second camera here for some reason, right? And then let's do the third one. Let's go in the air. Let's do the third one here. And now if you go over to camera control, you can specify play a loop. So for instance, if you hit play a loop, it will go through the cameras depending on sequence. And if you want to change the sequence of the cameras, you can just use this button. So now you go from first, second, and third. So if you hit play a loop, the animation will just travel from one to another like that. And you can specify your playback speed. So if you want to make it faster, you can say 10. And if you don't want to wait at each of the different stops, you can do this and hit play. You can do that. And then you can also have the option to export the loop that you just animated as a video. So you can use that to promote your match and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty cool. And then the last quick fix is if you know, in order to save this, so if, for instance, if you already saved the stage, you can just hit CTRL-S and you do a quick save. That is much... because I remember when I was trying to build stages and so forth, I wanted to save the stage every time I drop a few targets because I'm paranoid like that. So I needed a save stage option, which is now you can just hit CTRL-S and you save without opening any dialog boxes for you. So those are pretty fun things. So that's it. And there are a bunch of bug fixes. I won't enumerate them all. They're all in the release notes. So take a look at it, and hopefully you will enjoy it. So Let me know, give me some feedback. If you have any feedback, again, go over to settings and provide the feedback over here, or join our Discord channel. The link to the Discord channel is in the YouTube description below. And have a great weekend. See you on the range.